Hello YouTube and welcome back to Fernando Comics. Hey, I have a question. So, who do you guys think is the strongest being in Marvel? Is it Eternity? Lord Order or Chaos maybe? No, my good sirs. The strongest being in Marvel is Plot. Because Plot can do anything, even be stupid. And because of thousands of people recognizing how stupid Plot can be, the term Plot-Induced Stupidity was born, or PIS, as I'll be referring to it now for the rest of the video. Today we're going to take a look at 3 times that PIS got a hold of some of the big boys in Marvel. This first showing we're going to look at is from the Fantastic Four number 545 from the 1961 series. At the time of this comic, Reed and Susan were off-world enjoying their second honeymoon, because Reed ruined their first one by not having it because he's an awful husband. And coincidentally, Black Panther and Storm were spending time at the Baxter Building because of the destruction of the Wakandan embassy. After investigating, the team decides that Uatu the Watcher has some answers that they're looking for. So after arriving and pointing the ultimate nullifier at Uatu, who by the way responds by basically saying, "Jesus man, you could have just asked," the temporary Fantastic Four go to what they consider to be the source of this problem, a living world called Epoch. The only problem is that Epoch was trying to hide her energies at the time because she was being tracked by Galactus's heralds. Because she's a living planet. And Galactus wanted to feast on her vital nutrients. So upon the team finding her, she gets immediately spotted by Silver Surfer. Now this leads to a little scuffle between the team and Norrin. Naturally, Black Panther wants to play his part, so he hops on the Silver Surfer's board and puts Silver Surfer in an arm lock. And not only that, Silver Surfer can't get out of it. He demands for Black Panther to unhand him. Of all the things they could have done to give Black Panther some time to shine, they had him introduce Surfer to the UFC. I'm almost hesitant to explain of all the things that are wrong with this, but safe to say that Black Panther can't actually tear Surfer's arm off, and the truth is, when the strength difference is as big as that is between these two, Surfer could have just pulled his arm free. Not to mention, he had his free hand on T'Charlie's arm, and could have just squeezed a little, or damaged the tech on his wrist that was allowing Black Panther to breathe in space, or turned intangible and slipped out. There's so much. Surfer might not have the best track record in fights, but he has the power cosmic, which is code for plot device, so he can essentially do anything. Except maybe beat like your really determined high school wrestler, but other than that. The next showing we're going to look at is from Prince of Power number 4. A short little mini-series intended to explain part of how Hercules got his massive super god powers for the Chaos War miniseries, where we follow Amadeus Cho, or Amadeus Cho, however you like to say it, and Thor on an adventure. During the last issue, Thor considers this adventure to be over for Amadeus and decides to remove Cho from the fight by overwhelming his banner tech shields with a quick lightning blast, which he'd done earlier. Cho, however, was ready and redirected the blast with his tech and Hercules' adamantine mace. Not adamantium, by the way, adamantine. They are different, actually. And at first glance, maybe this isn't so bad, right? I mean, Thor's lightning bolts are powerful, and what's so hard to believe about this? Well, it's the fact that Thor would never shoot a bolt of lightning of that magnitude at the kid. You're telling me Thor shot so much juice at Cho that it had the power to instantly knock Thor himself out? That kind of power wouldn't even leave Cho's bones. He'd just turn into a fine, burnt mist, even with the banner tech. However, the plot required for Thor to be gone, so Cho could do his thing. Therefore, he was written out and a big smoking burn mark was left on his chest. The big smoking burn mark of PIS, my friends. For this last showing, we're going to be taking a look at Black Panther and the Agents of Wakanda. At the time of this issue, we were following T'Challa's Agents of Wakanda as they investigated a malignant storm of energy. And who else but the Sentry was in the middle of it. But not the Golden Guardian Sentry, Merged Sentry, who accepted both parts of himself, both Void and Sentry, to create Merged Sentry. And the strongest version of himself to date in theory. I say in theory because the last time we saw Sentry, he'd overcome his mental health problems by joining those two halves of his personality and displayed his new powers by slapping around the Avengers with minimal effort. But in this issue, he's having another mental break, and his meditation alone is distorting reality and spawning demons. So the team figures out what they need to do is keep him busy long enough so that the team chi manipulator, Fat Cobra, can cleanse him of the evil energy affecting him. Of course, this requires the Sentry to be held in place for a moment so that Fat can do his thing. And it's a good thing that Black Panther called in Thor as backup, just in case they were facing someone out of their league. Because now Thor got to watch Okoye hold the Sentry in place just long enough for Fat to purge the evil from him. Now, I know that in Marvel, anyone who is peak human or a little meta like Okoye is far beyond the scope of any real-world human in strength, agility, durability, etc. It's comics, guys, I know how this works. But that said, Okoye being able to hold Sentry in place is significantly more far-fetched than me walking up to my local train station and stopping the train from moving with my YouTuber grip. It would be more believable if I yanked the helicopter out of the air and threw it into space, and I'm not that fit. Okoye holding Sentry for any amount of time, let alone making him grunt in discomfort, especially when there happens to be a guy around who could do that, is a fine example of PIs, my friends. Thanks for watching, everyone. I hope you guys liked it. If there's anything you'd like to see up and running on the channel, I'm very much trying new things, so you guys tell me and we can talk about it in the comments. Also, let me know if you guys heard my cat somewhere in the audio there. He's been meowing the whole time I've been making this video. Anyways, until next time, see ya.